Good morning. I am Robert Fagut. I'm from the United States, and it's a great honor for me to go to India, and everything is sponsored by Vatsal Company and Co. So first, I would like to show my gratitude and my thanksgiving to Vatsal Company and Co. for sponsoring this trip and for giving me an opportunity to go to India, visit different people, visit different places. So definitely a shout out to Vatsal and Co for giving me this opportunity. So first I would like to talk about the place that I visited. So the first place that Vatsal and Co wanted to take me was to Kerala.
You can't feel it until you come and see it. I mean, it's beyond words to explain.
Kerala is a really good place with a lot of beaches. I literally loved, Kerala for its beaches. It was really good. The tropical evergreen climate was good. There were a lot of coconut trees out there, and that was really a good experience that I had in Kerala. But there was one time when I tried to like I don't know how to explain this, but I was just walking there with my girlfriend, and there was some like a group of boys, a bunch of boys, like 3 to 5 of them. So they're just looking at me and my girl. So I was like wondering, what's wrong with them? Like, why are they looking at me like that? So I went to them like, yo, what's up, bro? How may I help you? And they just looked at me and they were like, Enda da maune. I was like surprised. What do you mean by enda da maune? So I was like, for a minute I was like, trying to process what did they mean. Their action was like very expressive. Enda da maune. So then I was like wondering what are they trying to say, and then I asked my translator, "Yo, could you translate what do they mean?" And there were literally four of them, so I don't know like what did they exactly mean. My translator was like, "Oh, nothing. They're just saying good morning. They were wishing." I'm like, "Oh, so that's how they wish." So then after that, the next day, every time when I, went out to the street, I used to just look at people out there, and the maune, and the maune. I used to just, tell some few people out there, and they used to just look at me like that and go, I don't know why, but yo, next time you see someone from Kerala, go wish them and the maune, because that means good morning. So that's what my translator told me. That was the experience that I pretty much had in Kerala. Very good place. You guys have to visit there. So now let me talk about the next place that Vatsal and Co took or taken me is to Tamil Nadu. Yeah, it's to Tamil Nadu. So let me roll a clip. Yep, so you guys saw the video. That was like the promo video of Tamil Nadu. It was quite a good place. I mean, it was pretty humid, I would say, and there was quite some kind of pollution, but it was a pretty good place. I wouldn't say much about it, but there was one experience that I had with some people. So they were like, I guess, two homeless men who actually approached me. I didn't know about that. They just approached me and they were like, tapping on my back, and I was like, yo, I was like, literally, I was scared, yo. So then I was like, ready to like give him a punch, and then I'm like, oh, you're homeless, yo. I'm supposed to give him some money, but then I didn't know anything about the Indian currency, so I had everything in my dollars. So that's not going to be helpful for him. I knew that for sure. So then I asked my translator, "Yo, translator, could you like give him some money because he definitely needs some." My translator is like looking at me. He's like, "Don't you have money?" I'm like, "Yeah, I definitely have. I'll repay you. Just give him a big amount." And my translator had taken 10. It was written 10 on the note. I guess it was probably like $10 or something, or I don't know how 10. So it was written 10. So I don't know what 10. Like I don't know the value of rupees in 10, right? So then okay, I thought 10 is a decent amount for him. Like $10, 10 rupees, a decent amount that he can give to the homeless. He gave it to the two people, and then those two just looked at me, just staring at me because I just gave them 10.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Like yo, I don't know what. Like, this 10 is a big amount. Why are they just staring at me? And they just told me, and the kanja pisnavi ide. I was like wondering, what do they mean by and the kanja pisnavi ide? I was like, trying to process what is this such a long thing they were saying, And then I asked my, translator, what do they mean by and the kanja pisnavi ide? And then my translator was like, they said thank you very much. I'm like, oh, that's how they say thank you very much, So next time, when you get any help, right, say your gratitude. Just say and the kanja pisnavi ide. Just say your gratitude because my translator taught me this. So that's what I learned from these two states from my translator. And of course, this one place that I visited nearby, it's a neighboring state. It was Karnataka. That was an amazing place, There were a lot of tourism. You know, I love Karnataka because personally, they took me to this favorite spot called Begru Fort, and they just told us, they showed me the ruins of Begru Fort, the last pieces of Begru Fort that were there before it got fully demolished, before it was taken out. So I saw that pieces here. I was glad I was able to see that pieces because many people have not got the opportunity to go see it, and I paid like 500 Indian rupees to go see that piece of Begur Fort. I guess that's how they pronounce it, Begur Fort. That was literally a very good spot for me. Let me show you a picture of that Begur Fort. Yep, now that you have seen, that's the location, and that was a pretty good, spot, like, to set a campfire, roast some marshmallows and eat. But however, there was one experience I had with a man over there, and it was somewhere near Bagu, I'm not sure. There was a guy who was smoking 3 cigarettes, Three! I mean, if he'd smoked one, I wouldn't mind, but 3 cigarettes, It's bad for him, so I felt pity, and then I went to it, and I'm like, yo, don't do that. It's bad for your health. You should not do this, actually. And then my man just looks at me from head to toe. Like, I don't know what attracted. He just looks at me from head to toe. I don't know why. And then I'm like, yo, I'm concerned about you, and that's what I'm saying. This is bad. You should stop doing this. And my man was like, Nen sumneru nenge beta. I don't understand what he said there. Nen sumneru nenge beta. And I was like wondering, what does that mean? So beta is relating to some beta version, some Nintendo beta version. I didn't understand. I looked at my translator. He understood me very well. It's like, yo, he just told you it's okay. He just told me in a nice way, like have a nice day. So my translator told me that he did not want for the disturbance, so he just told me to have a good day and it's okay. And then I'm like, oh, so that's a good greeting. That's how you wish how have a good day. So next time, whenever you are in Karnataka, you see someone out there, and you can tell them Ninde Sumne Uru Ninde Beda. That means have a good day with them. So that's a good time. So you'll have some fun with some people, whoever you meet, have some smile in their face. Don't just stare at them like, "Yeah, that's creepy." So have a smile at your face and just tell them Ninde Sumne Uru Ninde Beda. That's a really good phrase. You have a nice day, have a good day. That's what my translator told me. Now the most amazing state what Sri Lanka had taken me is to Delhi. Yep, so as you have seen in Delhi, that's quite a good places in Delhi. You have to visit it. That's really a good place. Because that was a really good trip, I really liked it. But however, there was again an experience. I met with some people, learned some Hindi out there. So actually, I met this is actually a guard in the mall. So what exactly happened was I was vlogging my experience, and my man stopped me and he told me cameras are not allowed, and I totally respect that. I totally respect that. So for that I just told him and that Maune, and he just looked at me like, He just looked at me just like that. I'm like, okay, maybe I said the wrong word. I mean, they told me under the morning it's a greeting, right? So I just told them good morning. Like this, my man is staring at me. So then I'm like, oh, okay. I guess I told him the wrong word. So then I wanted to tell him the other one that my translator taught me was, you know, nên Sunner Eru Nenge Beta. I told him that because he told have a nice day, right? I told him have a nice day because I appreciated, like, telling his concern, like, I'm not allowed to do it. He told me, and my man's giving me a death stare. And I'm like, yo, why is he giving me a death stare? I asked my translator, yo, what's there? Just look at my translator. My translator also just looking at me like that. I'm like, what have I done wrong? The guard just looked at me right into my eyes. And he looked at my translator, of course, he looked at my translator, and then he just looked back at me. And then he just asked me, Kya ho iski maki ben shud? And I didn't understand what he meant by Kya ho iski maki ben shud. So then I asked him, yo, Ben should do what? Like what? Ben should what? And the next thing when I said that, he's like, yo. I'm like, yo, what's wrong? Yo, I just asked Ben should what? Like you just said Ben should. I'm like, Ben should do what? What does he want him to do? And first of all, I don't have any friend called Ben. I don't understand what does it mean. And then immediately, my translator had to come in the between, and then he's like, he was like talking a lot that I was new to this place. I'm pretty sure he was talking that I was new to this place and all. And then I asked my translator, what's going on? My translator, like, nothing. He just like misunderstood something and about the camera or something. I don't know what was going on. But all I knew was, my translator was backing me up a lot. The way how my translator was expressive towards the guard. My translator had told me, "Waho," like, wait, Wamuke, something like that. It's the Wamuke, Wahakutake. So then I'm like, whoa. So that's what he's been saying about me. I got to my translator and I asked, what have you been saying? And my translator had told me that he was just telling that I was a tourist. I'm totally new to this place. I'm very friendly. And I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you. And my man was just boosting my ego. So that was the experience that I had in these four places that I visited in India. I look forward to visit more places by Watson and Co. The company has to hit me up for more places. So this is me promoting the famous destinations and my experience how I had in India. And also I would like to end it up by giving my special thanks to my translator, Mr. Rupesh Magar, because my man has been helping me translate. He has been translating a lot of stuff for me, and he's very helpful. So that's who I'd like to give my credits to, and that's it. And why you guys also should visit India. Visit the places that I've shown you guys. You can visit other places, and in one day I look forward, to visit more places in India, have a good time with people, talk to a lot of people, learn more greetings like how I learned this time. So that's it for today, and I hope you guys have a good one.